Hi, my name is Ronan Smith, and today I will be presenting on arguments pertaining to the minimum legal drinking age in America, whether to lower it to the age of 18 or to leave it at the current age of 21. Um, so there are two main arguments regarding the minimum legal drinking age in America, that is the youngest age at which you can legally purchase, sell, and intake alcohol. One argument is to lower that age to 18. This argument is presented mostly by younger people who have a vested interest in it, and such as college students, as well as groups that work with youth rights in America. And the other side is, for the most part, people who would like to keep that age at 21. This group consists mostly of older people, um, parent groups, national health organizations as well. Um, and they usually use studies about um, drunk driving deaths going down and facts and figures such as that to bolster their claim that leaving the age as it is the thing to do. On the one side, uh, the main argument proposed by, again, younger people and youth rights groups is that the minimum legal drinking age should not be 21 and should, in fact, be 18. One of the main arguments for this point is that other responsibilities such as, or not responsibilities, or rights, such as the ability to vote, the ability to serve in the military, the ability to take on dangerous jobs such as working in fire and rescue or EMS. Those rights are all granted at the age of 18. And the argument stemming from that then is that it is unfair to have these granted at the age of 18, but alcohol, seemingly another important right to a lot of people, granted arbitrarily, it would seem, 3 years later. Um, Another argument from this side is that many younger people are um, fined or arrested or otherwise harmed by the laws pertaining to underage drinking. An FBI crime report in 2015 reported that 163,000 people under the age of 21 were arrested for alcohol-related offenses in 2015. Um, that is a very large number, and if the laws were pushed back such that people who were 18 and up could drink, then a significant portion of these arrests would go down. And other consequences that people like this might face, such as consequences from especially their school. If they're in college, they will probably, colleges usually do not treat that lightly if you are caught with alcohol. And so lowering the age would not entirely get rid of those um, the problems and some of the pushback from a college or what have you, but it would certainly help a lot of people not have their lives be hurt tremendously for a very long time from what could be very minimal action on their part. A paper entitled The Impact of Minimum Legal Drinking Age on Alcohol-Related Chronic Disease Mortality, which details how the changing drinking ages in America have uh, correlated with shifting mortality rates in different age populations over time. This paper says that, quote, those who reported having attended college did not exhibit increased mortality risk related to permissive MLDA exposure. What that means is that this study found that there was no significant increase in uh, long-term health detriments in people who drank underage in college. There was no statistically significant increase in the amount of health problems that these people had later in life. Um, an argument that this supports is that um, the lowering the drinking age doesn't have to result in what many would see as an excuse for younger people to do more stupid things with less accountability. So uh, what they're proposing then, what this side is proposing is that having the right culture around your drinking, such as in this case, being on a college campus, can allow you to learn in a safe environment where even right now when it's illegal, these people don't have increased health detriments later in life. And in Australia too, one study found by Drinkwise.org noted that from 2007 to 2017, a number of benefits were found in Australia with even though more people were drinking, they were drinking more responsibly and less often, and there were more people who didn't drink at all. Actually, Australia has, unlike the United States, it has a minimum legal drinking age of 18 currently, and so uh, these benefits over time, even though the MLDA is low, show that that doesn't necessarily mean that deaths are going to go up or that more problems are going to abound from more people being able to drink. And so the argument made then is that having a good culture around it and having other programs that can help to teach younger people about how to drink alcohol, or groups like those you would find at colleges, can be very helpful and supportive to new drinkers. So there would be no need then for a high minimum legal drinking age. The other side of the aisle, older folks, parent groups, and national health organizations, one of their main arguments for keeping the drinking age of 21 is that uh, that thousands of lives have been saved by keeping underage drinkers from drinking, and thus keeping them from uh, mainly killing themselves or other people in cars and in car accidents on highways and such. This graph here from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration shows an estimate of a very rough estimate of the number of people uh, saved um, compared to hypothetically if the minimum legal drinking age was still 18. Over time, as you can see, it goes up, arguing that if the drinking age were lowered, you would see more deaths of within a younger population because of alcohol-related events. A study by James C. Fell, or a paper made with James C. Fell and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. In it, he argues that people who start drinking at a younger age, based on his research, so it says it right here in the quote, they were much more likely to be involved with dangerous motor vehicle crashes and to be a much greater risk to themselves overall if they were to drink earlier. Um, so those are the main arguments by both sides on whether or not the minimum legal drinking age should stay where it is or be lowered to 18. Those who want it to be lowered to 18, their main arguments are that other rights are granted at that age, as well as that other countries such as Australia, who have a good culture around drinking alcohol, are doing very well with a younger minimum legal drinking age. And so if we could bring that to the United States, there wouldn't be a need for a higher drinking age. The argument from the other side, mostly older groups, is that, and health organizations, is that many more younger people would die regardless of any cultural changes implemented, and that there is lots of evidence to show that currently people who start drinking at a younger age are a greater risk to themselves and to others. Both of these sides have valid points on this issue, and both of them have lobbying groups and people trying to get both to be either implemented or stay how it is. So yeah, that is a summation of the main arguments for and against the minimum legal drinking age of 21 in America. Thank you for listening.